We just got some breaking news. A new nominee from the White House for Director of National Intelligence. What do we know?
And the reason that this is significant, Kate, is that remember that just a short time ago, the president had announced Bill Pulte, who was a top housing official, to be the acting director of national intelligence. The president confirming that he just wanted him to remain in that post in that acting capacity until he found a permanent nominee. And now we know who that nominee is. The president writing that he is going to nominate what he calls and how he refers to Jay Clayton as the highly respected former chairman of the SEC, of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the former head of Sullivan and Cromwell, one of the most, the president writes, prominent and successful law firms anywhere in the world, and the current U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York. So he is saying that he will be his nominee again to be the permanent DNI. But what's important to point out there, Kate, is that anyone who is going to be in the official or permanent nomination capacity does have to face now a Senate confirmation, which we know Bill Pulte would have faced a very difficult path there. He had received a lot of bipartisan backlash. We'll see what the path may be for Jay Clayton.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.